Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is your Geek Out for today. Our Geek Out is brought to you again by GoToAssist from Citrix. You can take control of your IT world from one simple cloud-based platform. With GoToAssist, you can keep all of your systems up and running while keeping all of your users supported. Provide live or unattended support from anywhere, even from your iPad. And for a free 30-day trial right now, head over to GoToAssist.com, click the Try It Free button, and use the promo code Pirillo. Facebook to provide easy access to developers. Do you approve? Heck yeah, I approve. I love developers. Developers make the world go round. And that's one thing, when developers develop for platforms, the more access they have to data that we're giving to Facebook anyway. I mean, generally speaking, so long as we give these apps permission, I don't see what's wrong with it. I mean, for anybody to scream, "Ow, they're invading my privacy." Dude, you don't have to share everything. Okay? That's newsflash, really. If you're worried about your privacy, stop being online and doing things. Cellhelmet screen protectors offer screen replacement guarantee? Wow, Diana could have used this when she destroyed her iPhone 3GS like hours after we ordered a new iPhone 4S for her. It was like last year. A guarantee for full screen replacement. You really can't get that anywhere else. That's a pretty good deal. I can't say never. I did crack my screen once. The phone fell flat on its face, and the screen had like a hairline fracture in it, and the Apple Store replaced it, and it didn't cost me anything. You may be not so lucky. The killer of innovation, patents. You know, I'm actually working with a local Nomi. He has the ability to engineer ideas into physical products, and we're kicking around the idea of actually taking some of these physical manifestations of ideas to Kickstarter to get them funded. My biggest fear is that what we want to create is going to have some kind of patent against it, or that we would have to file a patent in order to protect ourselves, and that is just kind of annoying. So we've got a rather, I would say, good take on the patent system, but I wanted to point out a comment that was left specifically from an IP attorney that I've known for quite some time, Brett Trout in Iowa. Patents do not protect ideas, he says. They merely protect one very narrow embodiment of a particular idea. To obtain a pain, it could be a pain, patent protection, that one very narrow embodiment of a particular idea has to not only be novel, not a novel, novel as in new, unique, but also has to be non-obvious in light of everything else that was invented before. So there's an attorney telling you in plain English, really. I wonder how much he charged us for leaving that comment. In case you didn't know, as noted in the article, MSDN and TechNet subscribers can now download the latest edition, the final edition of the first version of Windows 8, or also known as RTM, plus a similar version has also been made available to the general public for a 90-day trial period. So, if you want to try Windows 8 on one of your machines, cool. In fact, I'm going to try it on one of my machines live on YouTube. I haven't quite set a date, maybe within the next week, and I'm doing that because you guys liked that one video where I requested, like, if we got 1,000 likes for that one Geek Out, I would do it live on YouTube, so guess you guys want me to do it. And to help set the stage for success, there are a few installation pitfalls that I'm going to avoid, including knowing what I need to know before installing, including some of these points here. As noted here, if you do go with that 90-day trial download and install that, after you complete that trial, you cannot upgrade to the full retail version, FYI. Another point to make here, if you use the 90-day trial version to upgrade over a previous version of Windows, there is no restore feature. Wow, okay, might want to back up before going about this 90-day trial Windows 8 install. You'll only be able to use the trial version for 90 days. After the 90-day trial period is over, Microsoft is hoping you'll love Windows 8 so much, you'll download the Pro version. And you could get that upgrade for a discount, at least for the foreseeable future. So has anybody else had any issues or any warnings about installing Windows 8 before I go about doing it? YouTube Live, whenever I schedule it at some point in the future? Possibly next week, I should set a time. Is PC gaming really dying? Every time we bring up this question, y'all freak out. Y'all, no, PC gaming for the win. It's still doing okay, still kicking. I'm not a PC gamer. Don't know if that was really obvious. I've mentioned that a few times. I'm a casual gamer. I think PC gaming is going to be here for the next decade or so. And then beyond that, I'm pretty sure it's going to evolve. Really. I don't think we're kind of going to be tethered to our desktops for gaming. Or the desktop may very well evolve. Or our idea of a desktop, this workstation, will evolve. We're not there yet. But another decade or so, and I think PC gaming could be hurting. Little printer. Rebirth of the hard copy. That's it. It's a little printer. And with connected applications, you can print things out on the little printer. It's kind of neat. I ordered mine. It's not a Kickstarter project, though. Surprisingly enough, they're producing it, and I think it's going to ship later this year. It's just kind of a unique idea, just to see what people will do with this, developers. And having a little printer on my desktop, and maybe, it would print out a message. If Diana sent me a text message, I would have a physical copy. Or if we published something new on a blog, and we had a developer make the conduit for the little printer, we could, have it automatically print out on your little printer if you got a little printer. Reading a blog post, like, in a printout, it's kind of, but it's a little printer. It's not it's just a little printer. Who knows what we're going to see come out of this thing? That's kind of up to developers. Am I the only geek who wanted one of these things? What is a luxury phone? Some would say the iPhone's a luxury phone, although it's not really accurate because the iPhone costs just about as much as any other modern smartphone. No, a luxury phone would be something that has, and I quote, materials that stretch far beyond sapphire crystals and 24-karat gold accents. Like bling on a phone. People spend money on phones that may not be fancy, at least, in terms of features, but they look good. I think those people are crazy, but they probably have way more money than I do. Okay, you've seen pictures of luxury phones on the internet, right? Have you ever seen a luxury phone in real life? Ew. Amazon Glacier. Archival storage for 1 penny per gigabyte per month. That's not even a joke. You've heard of S3 before, possibly. Amazon's cloud storage system solution thing. I've used S3 before. Glacier would be for big data that you wouldn't need access to at a moment's notice. You wouldn't necessarily need to have it immediately, but you wanted it backed up, and you didn't want to pay an arm and a leg. So instead of paying an online service provider to back up your computer, maybe going through Amazon Glacier service may be a lot more cost-effective, depending on how frequently you back up and how frequently you need to extract those backups, because it'll cost you money when you upload as well as when you download, and plus, again, the speed thing. Anyway, I think it's an amazing addition to the Amazon suite of services. Yeah, I'm thinking about using it too. Is Windows getting cheaper? Okay, here's the breakdown. If you have an older Windows XP Vista or 7 machine, you can upgrade to Windows 8 Professional for $39.99. If you purchased a new Windows 7 PC between June 2nd and January 31st, 2013, you'll pay $15 or $14.99 for a Windows 8 Professional. According to sources, Microsoft will price Windows 8 retail copies at $69.99. That price will increase to $199 on January 31st, 2013. So, when we reach that date, if you were to buy it off the shelf, it's going to cost you $199. Windows 8 Professional. That's kind of expensive. It's really expensive, especially when other operating systems are either free or $20. Google Play gift cards to be sold at Target, GameStop, and Radio Shack. There you go. They finally made a Star Wars speeder bike? No way! And it flies? I also heard they made a lightsaber. I don't know who this they are, but this makes me happy. Now all you need to do is help me work on my midi-chlorian count. I'm also looking for a midi-chlorian to wave converter. It's an old file format joke that many of you probably won't get. On LockerGnome.net, bboyhurricane writes, is there any way I can connect my iPod Touch to my display on my PC running Windows 7 without jailbreaking? I'm guessing no. Amphitheres via YouTube writes, Flash is nowhere near dead at this point. I'm watching this video on Flash right now, and the best games on the internet are all made of Flash. Flash is still everywhere, and HTML5 still has yet to take over. What do you think? I don't know if he was really angry when he was writing that. I still think Flash is dead, and it doesn't know it. There are still areas of the internet that use Flash, yes, even YouTube, but I don't know if I agree that the best games on the internet are made of Flash. I mean, I play games on the internet all the time from my iPhone, and that's definitely not running Flash. On lockergnome.net, RRM74001 writes, what is a good answer when an employer asks you, why should I hire you over someone else? The one thing that you have that nobody else has is your experiences. Bring up your experiences in relation to that job. No one else on the planet is going to have the exact same set of experiences. So you have different experiences, and if you don't have any experiences when you go to a job, well, you better start creating those experiences for yourself, to have experiences, because that's what's going to set you apart. Lucas Piasecki, hope I got that name right, via YouTube writes, funny fact, I never see any of your posts on Facebook. Any idea why? I have no idea. Maybe you're not seeing them in your, what do they call it now? Not the timeline. What's the wall, the board thing? I don't know. Facebook changes its interface every other month. The easiest way to look is head over to facebook.com/Chris Pirillo. Seriously, it's all there. You don't have to worry about it getting buried somewhere else. Facebook.com/Chris Pirillo. And yes, I post unique stuff and interact with you there as much as I do on Twitter, Google+, and YouTube as much as I possibly can. And it's good, when you guys interact with us too, leaving comments, asking questions, and of course, hopefully liking this video. We'll see you later.